Okay, so you are talking about B2 molecules. Okay, see, this is simple molecules. Boron is having atomic number 5. Okay, so we have two boron atom over here, and collectively we have what 10 electrons. So here we have what three types of atomic orbital. That is what 1s, 2s, and 2p is there. Okay, so by the combination of these two, that is what 1s orbital. We got two molecular orbitals. That is what sigma 1s, sigma star 1s. Another is nothing but a combination of 2s. So we got sigma star sigma 2s and sigma star 2s. Okay, and finally we have what say this p orbital. So they're having only one electron but three orbitals. So you know that these three orbitals undergo LC approximation. They can form six molecular orbital, out of which two are sigma orbital, sigma molecular orbital. That is what the sigma 2px or sigma star 2p x. Okay, and another are nothing but four molecular orbitals are nothing but pi orbital, which was formed by the lateral overlapping of this py or pz. Okay, and we got what pi 2py and pi 2pz, and here is what pi star 2py and pi star 2pz. Okay, so these are nothing but said to be the construction of MOT diagram of B2 molecule. Okay, similarly we have 10 electrons because each boron atom is having what 5 electrons. Collectively we have 10 electrons, so we can put this 10 electron over here, means 4 over here in sigma 1s, sigma star 1s. Okay, 4 electrons in say you can say that in sigma 2s and sigma star 2s we can put 4 electrons. Okay, so collectively we have what 8 electrons, so 2 remains, and that will be put in what pi 2py and pi 2p z. Okay, so this is nothing but set to be the diagram, and this is nothing but what a molecular orbitals of B2 molecule. Okay, so whenever say we saw the MO electronic configuration of this molecule, so we have what yes, this one is what sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, then sigma star 2s2, and next is nothing but pi 2py1, pi 2pz1. Okay, so this is what MO electronic configuration of this boron. Okay, then next is what magnetic properties. So when we observe this, so here we got two unpaired electrons. Okay, they are single electrons, and that's why we can say that uh, yes.
Sir, but here there is overlapping of 2px and 2px orbitals, no?
See what I already told you. See, these are what degenerated orbitals. This is what px, py, and pz. Okay. So see, when we called this orbital, this one, okay, this one I will show you. This one, okay. So this one is what px, py, and pz. So this is just a nomination. So we cannot say that this is px. It may be this is py. It may be this is pz. Why? Because they all are. You can say that they are all are degenerated. Means they have same energy. So we cannot say this. Suppose this electrons. Okay. So when we say that what this electrons in this electron present in 2px, they may be present in 2py or maybe in what z. Why? Because the energy of these three orbitals are same. So we don't know. Means in some molecular orbitals here we have what sigma 2px, or in some orbital some molecular diagrams we have what a sigma 2pz. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
suppose if you write down here what sigma 2px, so you can write down here pi 2py and pi 2pz. You got it?
But sir, x overlapping will have a sigma bond formula.
See what I'm saying you. Uh, all three orbitals px, py, and pz are degenerated. We can't say that. See, I think you understand about what how sigma bond is formed due to the internuclear axis overlapping. You got that?
Yes.
Okay. How pi bond we got? Because due to the lateral overlapping. You got that?
Yes.
Okay. So question is that I think you have confused about what there is a overlapping of x orbital or z orbital, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see what I'm going to say. we don't say that. Either they may what x orbital undergo the internuclear axis overlapping or z orbital. One of them they undergo, or say you can say that y also they undergo what the internuclear axis overlapping. म्हणजे सांगायचं असं आहे मला, ही तिन्ही ऑर्बिटल आहे ना यांची एनर्जी सारखी राहत असते. ठीक आहे.
Okay.
हा, तर त्याच्यामुळे ना आपण असं नाही म्हणू शकत की फक्त px ऑर्बिटल सिग्मा बॉन्ड फॉर्म करण, नाही असं नाही होऊ शकत. त्याचं कारण सांगतो. तिन्ही ऑर्बिटल सारखे आहे. असं नाही होऊ शकत की फक्त px इंटरन्युक्लिअर ऍक्सिसवर ओव्हरलॅप करते. झेड पण करू शकते, वाय पण करू शकते. म्हणजे फक्त बोलताना असं बोलायचं की वी हॅव 3 ऑर्बिटल्स px py pz, वन ऑफ देम म्हणजे त्याच्यापैकी एक हे इंटरन्युक्लिअर ऍक्सिस ओव्हरलॅप करते आणि ते काय फॉर्म करते, सिग्मा बॉन्ड. कळलं का तुम्हाला?
Okay.
तीन पैकी एक इंटरन्युक्लिअर ऍक्सिस वर करते. कोणती करते वी डोंट नो. व्हाय वी डोंट नो? बिकॉज 3 ऑर्बिटल्स आर डिजेनरेटेड, मीन्स दे हॅव सेम एनर्जी. ओके, अँड दे हॅव सेम सिमेट्री. म्हणजे डम्बेल शेप आहे, एक्स ऍक्सिस वर आहे, पी ऍक्सिस वर आहे, एक झेड ऍक्सिस वर आहे. तर त्या तिन्ही पैकी कोणते पण समजा एक ऑर्बिटल इंटरन्युक्लिअर ऍक्सिस वर ओव्हरलॅपिंग करण आणि दोन जे उरले तर ते लॅटरली ओव्हरलॅप करा. मग आपण आता हे नाही सांगू शकत की बघ कोण कोणतं करणार, पीएक्स करणार की. आता जनरली जेवढ्या की आपण मॉलिक्युलर डायग्राम तुम्ही नेटवर सर्च करणार किंवा पुस्तकात पाहणार, त्याच्यामध्ये एकतर एक्स ऑर्बिटल इंटरन्युक्लिअर ऍक्सिस वर ओव्हरलॅपिंग दाखवतात किंवा झेड ऑर्बिटल दाखवतात, वाय दाखवत नाही. कारण ते म्हणजे ती मधातली आहे त्यामुळे दाखवत नाही. म्हणजे एक अगर तुम्ही सिग्मा पीएक्स घेतला तर तुम्हाला पाय टू पी वाय आणि पाय टू पी झेड लिहावं लागेल. आणि समजा जर तुम्ही सिग्मा टू पी झेड लिहिला तर तुम्हाला इकडे लिहिताना लिहावं लागेल तुम्हाला पाय टू पी एक्स पाय टू पी वाय असं लिहावं लागेल. ओके.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
आता ओके, आता तुम्ही असं म्हणणार की मग याच्यापैकी करेक्ट कोणते आहे? तर करेक्ट दोन्ही आहे, तुम्ही काही लिहा. फक्त तो सिग्मा जो आहे, सिग्मा मस्ट बी टू पी एक्स और टू पी झेड, दोन पैकी एक आला पाहिजे. टू पी वाय नाही लिहायचं त्याला, तेवढं लक्षात ठेवायचं. ओके. Okay, so we move towards our next diagram. That is what this one I repeated. Okay. So we already explained this MOT diagram of NO molecule. It is a heteronuclear molecules because here we have nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, nitrogen and oxygen. So nitrogen atomic number is 7, oxygen is having what 8 atomic number. Okay. So this is what a heteronuclear because both nuclei are different. Okay. So collectively we have what 15 electrons into it. Okay. When we construct this diagram, okay, when we try to construct the diagram of the NO molecule, okay, so we just consider what their 2s and 2p orbital. We are not going to consider what 1s orbital because instead of we can write down what we can write down the kk over here. So this is when kk means what it is a non-bonded orbitals. Why we write down kk? Because it can represent the 1s orbital. So that's why we write down what kk over here. So see, in case of nitrogen, so this is what said to be the nitrogen atomic orbitals of the nitrogen. This is what 2s. Okay, and this is nothing but said to be the 2p orbital. This one is what atomic orbitals of oxygen. So this is what 2s orbitals, and another is nothing but said to be the 2p orbital. So here, when we write down this on energy axis, this one you can say that what this nitrogen, the energy of this orbital is greater as compared to what say the energy of the oxygen. Okay, means orbital of the oxygen. Why? Because the oxygen is more electronegative as compared to nitrogen, so the energy of this orbital is less as compared to what this orbital of nitrogen. Okay, means this is an energy axis, the energy is vertically increasing vertically upward. Okay, so that when the orbital is at the lower position, so it indicates that their electronegativity is greater and the energy is less. So here the energy of this nitrogen means the energy of the atomic orbitals of nitrogen is greater as compared to the oxygen. That's why we are going to write down the orbitals like this. Means these are nothing but 3p orbitals and these are nothing but 3p orbitals of what you can say that the oxygen atom. Some of you they think about that how to write down this. Okay, so you just Write down it just by your consideration. May as you understand, just you look this diagram, understand this diagram, okay, and then after, according to yourself, okay, you have to draw this diagram. Before that, you have to you have to try to draw this diagram on your own basis for 3 or 4 times, okay, so that you must have a practice to draw this, okay. And then see here, so this is what, so the 2s orbital of nitrogen, this is another 2s orbital of oxygen. So when they undergo the LC approximation, so obviously we got two molecular orbitals, that is what this is sigma 2s, and this one is what a sigma star 2s. Here is nothing but said to be, this one is what p orbital, there is a combination of the p orbital, we got 6 molecular orbitals. So these are what 3 are bonding, okay, another 3 are nothing but said to be the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, okay. So here what happened, we have these two are nothing but said to be, we can say that what this one a1 is what z, okay. So here what a z is internuclear, z undergo the internuclear axis overlapping, we got what this one is the internuclear axis overlapping, see here this one. So we got what the sigma orbital, that will be the sigma to pz, and this one is what pi to py and pi to px and pi to py. So this is what x and this is what y. So this one is what pi to px and pi to py. This is what the indication, okay, or the overlapping, lateral overlapping of this orbital. So this is what lateral overlapping. Another concept is what same thing is they can form what antibonding molecular orbitals. This one is what pi star to px and pi star to py, and this one finally is nothing but the sigma star to pz. Okay, see here you have seen what's this negative positive sign, okay, here is positive positive will going to overlap. This is an pi star orbital, see here is there is a node and then is positive negative will going to overlap, and this one is another, here what positive and negative is overlapping. So this is what z axis, yeah, you can say that y axis. Okay, so in this way we have to write down this diagram. No need to write down this figure, okay. Okay, so this diagram you are not going to write down this simply, this is a very confusing diagram. I will provide you what say the PDF of this. Okay, so when we say check the magnetic properties of this molecule, so we got here one unpaired electron, so that this molecule is paramagnetic in nature. Another, we have what a bond order. So how many electrons we have in bonding? So if we ignore it, suppose kk, so this is nothing but 2 electrons and 6 electrons, means 8 electrons in bonding, as well as 3 electrons in the, we can say that the anti-bonding, means 8 minus 3, we got what a 5, and 5 by 2 is nothing but set to be the 2.5. So the 2.5 is nothing but the bond order of this molecule. Okay, so I will tell you what, you are not going to write down this diagram, okay. No need to write down this diagram, this one, these are what bonding and anti-bonding. Okay. So now we also discussed this molecule, that is what CO molecule. Here we have what a simple diagram, carbon atom having atomic number 6, oxygen is having 8, 8 plus 6 is what 14. Okay, so we have what 14 electrons, okay. So obviously we are going to write down kk instead of the combination of the 1s 1s. Then when 2s and 2s can combine, so here see what the energy of this oxygen orbital of the atomic orbital of the oxygen is less as compared to the carbon. So we can write down the atomic orbital, means 2s over here of carbon and 2s over of oxygen atom. Okay, there is an energy gap like this, there is an energy gap like this, okay. By the combination of these two, we got what here, this is an incorrect indication, it should be the sigma 2s, okay, sigma star 2s here, okay. This one is what p orbital, px, py, pz, having degenerated in orbital. They can combine and can form 6 molecular orbitals, 3 are bonding, non-bonding orbitals, okay. So here we have what collectively 14 electrons, so that's why this energy of this sigma 2px is greater as compared to what this pi orbital. This is nothing but said to be the 2p pi 2py pi 2pz, and here there is a, you can say that corrections. Okay, so this is the diagram. You can write down what this orbital over here. Okay, so we have to check whether this okay correct or not. Okay, so what we do, I will provide you this matter in my own handwriting. Okay, so that you can, and I think we also have this diagram in our books also. Okay, so we go through that. Okay, so we already talk about the CO molecules. So we have what this collectively we have 14 electrons, so the bond order should be 3. Okay, so actually when we write down these molecules, we have only double bond in between this carbon and oxygen. Okay, and there is a negative charge over what carbon atom and positive charge over what say the oxygen atom. So this is the thing, but said to be the CO molecule. Okay, all electrons are paired, so that's why it is diamagnetic in nature. So we have to show the electrons over here. 2 electrons over 2 electrons over here. That is what 8 electrons. 8, 4 are present in the 1s 1s. 4 plus 4 8. 8 plus 6 14. So that's why no electrons over here. Okay, so that's why the bond order is 3. Okay, so finally we have what this HF molecule. So simple molecule is this, and there is a you can say that greater electronegativity difference in between these two atom or element. So the first one is what hydrogen, first member of the periodic table, and the fluorine is nothing but most electronegative element in the periodic table. Okay, so hydrogen is having atomic number 1. Okay, so it is 1s1. Fluorine is having what 9 atomic number, having electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 5. Okay, so these are nothing but said to be the electronic configuration of both element. Okay, so when we put see here, so in between them, so in case of what say the fluorine, so fluorine is having what 3 types of orbital, that is what 1s, 2s, and 2p. So this is what see the 2s orbital. Okay, this is what see the p orbital of fluorine. Fluorine is more electronegative as compared to the hydrogen, so the orbital of the fluorine can write down okay below to that of what say the hydrogen. So hydrogen we write down over here, fluorine write down over here. Okay, and this is what 2s orbital. So there is no function of what 2s orbital. This bonding pair remains stay as what inert or inert bonding pair. That is what non-bonding one pair, non-bonding pair. See only here we have what a 1s orbital of hydrogen. Okay, this one, and this one is nothing but said to be the 2pz. They having what the unpaired electron. So when say when there is a LC approximation of this, so that 1s orbital can combine with 2pz. Okay, and these two they remain stay as inert. They are called as what non-bonding orbitals. That is what px, 2px and 2py. So there is a combination of what say the 2pz and 1s orbital. We got what sigma and sigma star. Okay, so this one is nothing but the sigma. Okay, so one electron over here, another electron over here. Both electrons are enter over here in sigma, and that sigma star becomes what NT. Okay, so how to write down the bond atoms? We have only 2 orbitals over here, this one and that one. We are not going to count these. These are what non-bonded electrons, and this is also what is non-bonded electrons. Okay, so these sigma orbitals, okay, having what 2 electrons, so we have to put half number of electrons in bonding. So how many electrons we have in bonding? That is 2. So 2 minus what 0. So we don't have electron in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. So that's why 2 minus 0. So the bond order should be 1. So there is a single bond in between what's the HF molecule. Okay. So this is all about what you can say that HF molecule.